Hello there! If you got drawn to this reading, this is what you need to know for the next 24 hours. So I'm going to go into your daily reading today, and I'm going to start with an overview. So what do you need to know about your next 24 hours? What do you need to know about your next 24 hours? So you are dealing with a lot of indecision, indecisiveness here, like lack of clarity, and I feel like this is fear of loss. There's almost an element here of like, I'm scared if I make the wrong choice, I'm scared if I make the wrong decision, it's going to cause setbacks, it's going to cause problems for me. Understand that if it does, you can always go back, you can always rebuild. But this lack of choice, this lack of decision, this lack of actually taking charge is what's going to cause you the biggest problems. I do feel like this whole fear of me making a decision, you making the decision, should I say, the fear of I can't make a decision, I can't choose, is more to do with the feeling of I don't feel like I have much to bring to the table, like I don't feel like I have much to offer, and that's causing all this phobia. As you start to focus on generally taking care of yourself, self-improvement, you will get rid of this lack. So this feeling of lack really comes from what you kind of internally say about yourself, how you internally treat yourself, comes out into this I don't have anything to offer. So when we kind of treat ourselves badly, we go, oh well, I'm not going to take care of my health, or I'm not going to take care of what I'm eating, or I'm not going to take care of myself in general, whether it's as simple as like brushing your hair or whatever. You know, when we start not taking care of ourselves in whatever matter that is, we say to the universe, this isn't worthy of my time. So you're saying to the universe, I'm not worthy of my own time. And that kind of really feeds into that, if I can't be bothered about myself, if I can't be bothered about what I'm bringing to the table, then obviously I don't bring anything to the table. So this is really stemming from this lack of taking care of yourself, which is again why self-improvement, self-care is so important. But you need to start making these choices for yourself and doing the self-love as well. There is some element here of you needing to not communicate with people as much, because I feel like this is kind of eroding your trust in yourself. So when we are around a lot of people or a lot of groups of people, it gets us to the stage of we can't trust ourselves, we can't trust our own thoughts, our own viewpoint, and that really causes a lot of obstacles for ourselves. With the 10 of Pentacles here, I do feel like you'll start investing in yourself and start investing your own time once you cut ties with them, because it's almost like their ideas are helping them but not helping you. So this is almost a little bit of the mentality of like, I'm going forward, I'm heading forward, but my focus is more on how does everything affect those around me, people I love, that kind of thing. You're not really thinking about what you're getting out of this scenario or this situation. And it is causing a lot of issues for you, particularly in the realm of like going, oh, who do I trust? Who don't I trust? And you end up in this pattern of you're forever kind of helping others, you're forever helping other people to grow and to succeed, and never really helping yourself. And it's because you do have a lot of empathy, you do have a lot of love here, especially with the Lovers card, for others. But here's the thing, we can be nice, we can be charitable, we can help others, and that is great, and it is helpful to our soul as well. But the big but is, we do need to carve out a little bit of time for ourselves, our own reality, where are we going next, what are we creating next, that kind of thing. We need to carve that out as well. We can't just leave it up to oh well, I might do this soon or I might do this later kind of thing. We need to carve that out for ourselves as well, because that's really going to help us to both understand where we need to go from here, what we need to do from here, and continuing on what we need to kind of manifest. So do understand that this is an important part of your life, is trying to get that balance between helping others and helping yourself. And at the moment it's really out of balance, particularly today. You need to be more focused on yourself, possibly even just like say, I can't do anything for you for today, I just need to focus on myself. Yes, it might feel bad, but anybody who really truly loves you and cares about you will be respectful of that and go, okay, I totally understand. go do you, go sort yourself out, and we'll talk later. But those who just want you for what you can provide to them will not understand and will not care. So understand that you know, it is part and parcel of kind of moving forward. We're going to grab some of these cards now, though. What else do you need to know today? I'm going to grab 3 of these. So we have got the Squirrel Spirit, believe in yourself. I almost wanted to say that one came out reversed. You definitely don't believe in yourself right now, but it's time for you to step into that energy of self-belief. We've got the Stag Spirit, take the lead. And underneath it, we've got the Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibilities. So as soon as you start to take the lead with the stag, stags are very kind of like a strong leader, but they kind of almost like fall into the background. Like you don't see them leading, but they are leading, if that makes sense, because they don't avert the leadership, they don't avert the power on others. It's very gentle leadership where they guide and they lead people. And they are in control. They can butt heads with people if needed, but they only do it if necessary. So understand you need to be that careful leadership. You don't have to just be the obtuse person that's standing in the room and go and do everything I say. You know, you don't have to be that kind of leadership. You can kind of take a break from it and go, you know, okay, I'm going to focus on what I need, kind of thing. So, but once you kind of take that leadership position, you will be open to infinite abundance and you will create amazing abundance in your life. But you need to choose to step into that, which is one of the heavy things here. So we're going to move on now to what is your focal point. What do you actually need to focus on today? What do you need to focus on? And also what do you need to avoid today? We get into what you need to manifest as well. So what do you need to focus on today? What is the main focus point today? Taking the blindfold off. Taking the blindfold off, speaking your truth, not overthinking it. It's almost like you take yourself too seriously here. With the reverse of the Hierophant card here, you need to kind of come out of the hermit mode. You need to kind of take the step and go, you know what, I'm not going to take myself too seriously. I'm going to choose to take a step forward. I'm going to choose to kind of go free from this and actually kind of push myself along. I do feel like this is going to give you a whole new beginning, but you need to kind of allow yourself to speak your truth right now without worrying too much about what action you need to take next. So don't rush to action today. Focus more on just speaking up for yourself, for your own needs, for your own beliefs. What you need to avoid though, avoid security, and by that I mean like avoid going after the same things you always did. So when we've done something over and over again, it makes us feel very secure, it makes us feel safe, like we know what's going to happen next, we know where we're going to go from here, but it doesn't really help us to progress, it doesn't really help us to continue on. We get stuck, and I feel like that's a major flaw here for you today. You're getting stuck, and that's really preventing you from moving on or continuing on. So there is an element here of having to kind of take a step out of it and go, okay, I'm just going to continue on regardless. I'm just going to continue on where I need to go next. And that's really giving you this whole new viewpoint and whole new discussion and decision. So understand that as we go forward, that'll kind of really kind of push your momentum on and really push you forward toward a new direction. We're going to have a little bit of a look now into the next one, is what are you manifesting today? And then we'll get a message from Spirit. So what are you manifesting today? What are you manifesting into your life today? You are manifesting a break, but a slowdown. Sometimes the universe, we need these breaks, we need these slowdowns in order to be able to see things more clearly. So you are manifesting a bit of a slowdown today, but that's more to kind of give you a chance to kind of really communicate about what your wants and needs are. But throughout this, like, it's almost like after you've had this break, so yes, today you are manifesting a break, a slowdown, but after you've had that, you have time to think, to reconnect with yourself, to rethink about what you need, and then you'll be coming forward with more communication. So I do feel like this is a pathway to more communication, but there is a bit of a break along the way as well. So what do you need to know from Spirit? So what does your higher self or your highest self need you to know today? And then we're going to get into career and money. So what does your highest self need you to know today? So we get the 8 of Earth in order. So you're definitely getting more order here. And this is bringing in inner peace. I don't feel like you're at the stage of inner peace yet. But the universe really wants to know you as you start to order your thoughts, order yourself. It's less reactionary, less fear-based. You will start to feel that inner peace. Because if we're constantly rushing from one thing to the next, going, oh my God, I'm worried about losing this, I'm losing that. How can we possibly be at peace? We can't. So with the medicine man here, this grounding energy, and again, we've got the stag here. We've got the stag spirit here from what we were talking about before. As we start to ground ourselves, as we start to reconnect, then we'll start to really have this breakthrough of going, okay, I feel calm, I can think more clearly now. But I feel like there is a lot of mind fog with you right now because you cannot see clearly because you're focused on all the other stuff that's happening, everything else that's happening, and it really isn't giving you that groundedness. So we're going to go into your career, your love life, and then we're going to get a card for your specific star sign. So, what do you need to know about your career life today? So, there is lack of action here, and this is because you need to speak up more. Again, more action will come in once you learn to speak up. But there is some stagnation here. Like I said, there's a lot of stagnation today, like very stagnant. And I feel like the stagnation in your career or finances has happened for a little while now. Like, you haven't really been seeing the momentum or the payback for your hard work. And it's because everything's been stuck. Have you ever heard the saying, the squeaky wheel gets the grease? Because you haven't been complaining, because you haven't been speaking up for yourself, you haven't been getting that help, that aid. You have been kind of very overlooked financially for financial abundance and improvements to your career. And there just is a lot of lack of communication here. I do feel like you've been waiting for other people to recognise you rather than taking your own hands, rather than saying, okay, I want people to recognise me, so I'm going to take control, I'm going to do this, I'm going to go forward in this direction. So you need to be the one that takes control, because that's really going to help you here. But like I said, it is a major slowdown here. You do definitely deserve more than this, like better finances or a better career progression. But you're not really getting it because you're not speaking up for yourself. You're not really demanding what is rightfully yours. And unfortunately, a lot of the time in career and money, if we don't demand more, we don't get more because we're kind of in this position of being stuck. So do understand that this is just temporary. This will be improved over time. But there is this kind of need to kind of take a step out of it. So I'm going to move on now to your love life. So what do you need to know about your love life today? Somebody wanted to really keep their mouth shut. You don't feel strong enough here with the Empress to speak up romantically. You feel like if I spoke up about my feelings, they wouldn't take action, and things would fall apart. You're really trying to hide your feelings. I always want to put my hand over my face all the time. I just want to put my hand over my face constantly, hide myself away. And I feel like that's how you're feeling right now. You're not really kind of speaking up to... For many of you that are single, this is like speaking up to people that you are attracted to. You're not telling people you're attracted to them, so they have no clue. They have no idea. They're just going across their life going da 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 da. They're not really realizing it. You need to realize that as soon as you start to do that, you are going to find the right relationship and right connections for you. But singles out there, you're being forgotten about because of this. If you are in a relationship or have a connection with somebody, this is you not actually asking for what you need from the relationship and staying hidden. But as soon as you speak up about it, then things will start to move forward. Not perfectly, like the other person can have something to say about it, but things will start to progress and to continue on. But I really don't feel like you're there yet. You are in this stage of you're beginning to realise you need to speak up, you need to speak your mind. But I feel like it's difficult. I want to say though that like, I feel like speaking up will happen first more in your career and finances. And then once you get the confidence from that, going, you know what, I spoke up about my career and finances and everything's going really well now. I'm glad I did. Maybe I should do the rest of it. And this is almost like you come to this realization that maybe actually I should do this. Maybe I should go towards this. And this is the realization of going, you know what, I actually do need to kind of continue on with this. So this is more of a realization of going, well, by speaking up in another aspect, now I'm getting better life in that aspect. So I need to start doing it for the rest. We're going to get some of these cards now though. What do you need to know about this though? I regret lying to you. I knew exactly what I was doing. So many things remind me of you. And the timing wasn't right for us. So I asked, like, where did this come from? Where did this whole I'm gonna keep my mouth shut come from? I feel like it was from an ex, and I do want to say an ex. I don't feel like it's something you're currently with. I feel like this trauma is heavily from an ex. They do regret lying to you, this ex. Like, this ex regrets how they treated you. I almost feel like they gaslit you and they made you feel like that you were in the wrong, etc. But they knew exactly what they were doing. They knew, like, yeah, I'm being a bad person, I'm misbehaving. So many things remind them of you now, and they know that they just weren't the kind of person you needed to be. Like, they weren't the kind of person that was caring and loyal and was worthy of your time. And they are coming to that realization. I don't feel like this person is coming back, at least not for the most of you. But it's understanding that, you know what, it wasn't anything to do with anything I said. That was just a person that was quite troubled and they needed to figure things out on their own. And I have to understand that, you know, it just wasn't a healthy connection for me. I'm going to have a look for the Book of Love, though. If I can grab it, please. I'm going to have a look at the Book of Love, though. So what do you need to know about this person? I want to shower you with affection. I feel like actually if they could turn back time, they would want to shower you with affection now. I don't feel like this person was very affectionate. I'm hesitant to say that because I do feel like there was love bombing at first. So like somebody like obsessively saying, oh my god, I love you, oh my god, I care about you kind of thing. But I feel like that was temporary. I don't feel like that was permanent or long term. I feel like that was more of a temporary issue. Like that they kind of obsessively kind of connected with you and then pulled away. So we're going to go on now to each of the star signs. So what does each star sign need to know today? Starting at Aries. What does each star sign need to know today? Starting at Aries. So, if you haven't already, please comment down below and give the video a little like. Boop the like button if you can. Just click on the like button to give it some love. So, Aries. Aries, with the 7 of Swords here, I do feel like you're leaving the past behind today. This is good. This is like you creating a whole new pathway for yourself. Taurus. People aren't taking you seriously right now. Don't waste your time on worrying about this, because I feel like no matter what you do, they won't take you seriously. There is a little bit of heartache and pain about this, because you really felt like you could trust them a bit better. Gemini. You're not focused on your long-term stability right now, and this is due to this fear, this anxiety. You need to kind of settle on putting plans in place, even if you're not 100% if it'll work. Nobody is, nobody's 100% that it's going to work or not. But we need to attempt to plan for the future at least, even if we do change those plans later on. Cancers. Somebody is not communicating with you, and I do feel like this was because of miscommunication. There was either some arguments or disagreements in the past due to miscommunication, but now they're choosing to cut off. I feel like this is kind of a little bit better for both of you, even though it's not the happiest. Leo. You're not realising your worth here, and I feel like for many of you, you're feeling a little bit worthless and a bit low. This is because those around you can't see what you are worth, can't really see what you're bringing to the table. It's not even due to what you do actually bring to connections and people around you. It's more other people noticing it. Virgo. Ooh. 2 want to come out? I'll take 2 then. Queen of Swords here. With the reverse of Queen of Swords, you're not taking action. And again, 3 Swords, not taking action. Said what I said, you're not taking action. Like, you're saying, like, yes I am, yes I am, yes I am. But sometimes we can, like, stumble around. Like, we can start doing a piece of work, or we can say, oh yeah. Like, if you imagine when you're a little kid, I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this. Imagine you're a little kid, and your mom says, you need to go and tidy up your room right now, So you go, I don't really want to tidy up my room, but I'm going to tidy it up. So what you do is you just, like, pick up all your clothes and you shove them in a wardrobe. You don't put them away, you, like, pile them up, and then you pray to God nobody opens it, because if they do, there's going to be an avalanche of clothes, So you're not really tidying up, you're just going through the motions, You're doing it as quickly as, like, as possible as you can to justify that I cleaned my room because there's nothing on the floor. Yeah, but did you put your washing away? No, you just shoved it in a thing in the back. And I feel like that's the issue here, is you're kind of dawning on that. You're starting to just throw things away like that, and it isn't good for you. Focus on, like, okay, if I really don't want to do this, is there a reason why? So if it was a closed mentality, it'd be like, maybe I need places I can fold up clothes rather than hang them, because I hate hangers or something, whatever it is. But you need that mentality of, is there a way I can do this where I'll be willing to do it, instead of just, like, kind of half-assing it, doing it to, like, the extent of technically it's done, but it's not done well, Libras. It's time for you to start speaking the truth. Until you start speaking up about how you feel, what you think, you're going to always be in the danger of hurting yourself, causing injury to yourself, causing problems to yourself. As scary as it is, you need to embrace that. Scorpios. Your finances are quite protected at this time, so it's now time to think about how can I grow those finances. So rather than just having a savings, think, is there a way I can keep on growing my finances, like either investments or a high savings account or something? Because financially you are doing quite well and you're going to be doing better and better, but how do we grow that wealth for later on? How do we stop it from just being stagnant and actually make it work for us? Sagittarius. Your negative affirmations are blocking your manifestations right now. So you're having some negative mindsets and negative thought patterns, and that's really causing this stagnation. Capricorn. There is this lack of worth here. Like, I don't feel like I'm worthy. I don't feel like I have enough to offer here. Like, I don't feel like I have enough that's important here. There is a self-worth issue here, Capricorns. Aquarius. It feels like in general that you're not really having the enjoyment from your career and finances anymore. It's time for you to re-look and say, okay, is there something else I could do for money, for finances, for financial improvement that will give me that enjoyment as well, rather than it just being cold and boring? Pisces. I do feel like you're taking on a lot more burdens than you need to be right now. This isn't yours to take up. You need to break free from it. You need to walk towards a whole new beginning, a whole new start, and that'll really kind of help you going forward. So, I hope that helps you out. I'm going to see you again soon, but please come back tomorrow for another reading.